Okay, so what we're doing today is we're solving systems of equations with a third way, which is elimination. And so we'll have a one solution, a no solution, and an infinite solutions. And so this is similar with as when you did substitution. One solution is when you actually get an x and y answer. For no solution and infinite solution, this is again when variables are gone. All the variables cross off. For no solution, it's something that's a false statement. So like 5 is equal to 8. That is false, so it's not a solution. Infinite solutions is a true solution, a true statement, and so 5 is equal to 5. Okay? All right, so here are the steps that we need to do. The first thing you need to do is just determine what you want to eliminate. And we'll talk about strategies to help you find the easiest thing to eliminate. Then you're going to get those variables the same coefficient but different signs. So this is going to be important. So you're going to have same coefficient, different signs. In the next lesson, you're going to do some multiplying. Today, we're just going to be finding those things, and so it's not that bad. So here's an example. If I have a 5x and a negative 5x, negative 2y and 2y. Those are things that I'm going to get the same. So it's the same number, different signs. Okay? And what will happen is I'm able just to eliminate them and cross them off because a 5 minus 5 is 0. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. Okay? All right, so that's the goal. Then you're going to solve the remaining variable, which makes sense, and then we plug it back in. All right, so here, if you notice for number 1, I have an 8 for the x and a 3 for the x. But then I have a positive 1 and a negative 1. That's what I want to eliminate. So I'm going to highlight that so they know it sticks out. Okay, so now since I'm going to eliminate those, a 1y minus 1y is gone, and I get 11x is equal to negative 11. And so x is negative 1. And so I found the first answer to my order of or to my system of equations. And so now what I need to do is I need to plug it in somewhere. I could plug it into the top one or the bottom one. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to do it to the top one. 8 times negative 1 plus y is negative 16. So negative 8 plus y is negative 16. And then I add 8 to both sides. So y is negative 8. And that's the answer. Okay. Number 2 is the other type of problem we're going to have where I have the same number in front. I have a 1 in front of the y's, but I have different signs. I mean, I have the same sign. I need to make them different signs. And so you could do two things. You can multiply one of them all by negative 1, or you could just change the signs. I'm going to change the signs on the top. So if I change this to a negative, I have to change this to a positive and this one to a negative. So you have to change everything. And so now I have a negative 1 and a positive 1. That's gone. This is a positive 1x and 2x, so I get 3x is 3. So x is 1. Now, when I plug in, I tend not to plug into the one that I changed. I tend to plug into one that I did nothing with. So it'll be 2 times 1 plus y equals 4. So that's 2 plus y is 4. So I minus 2 and y is 2. Okay? So example 1 is where you just have to cross them off because they're the same number in different signs. Example 2, we had to change the signs. Okay, I would like you to try 3 and 4 on your own. 3 is like example 1, and 4 is like example 2. And when you think you're ready, press play. Okay, so you should have crossed off the y's, and you get 4x is equal to 8, so x is 2. And it doesn't matter which of these it plugs in. I usually don't plug in one with a negative because then I have to do more negative stuff. I'm going to plug it in the first one. So it'll be 2 plus 2y is 4, minus 2 on both sides, so 2y is 2, so y is 1. And that's it. Over here, I have my x's, a 3x and a 1x. I don't want to touch that. I need to change one of these. I'm going to go ahead and change the top one. So that means I change everything on the top. And it doesn't matter which one you change, as long as you do your math correctly, it'll work. So I'm going to cross those out, and I get negative 2x is equal to negative 6. And I divide by negative 2, so x is 3. And now again, you plug it into one. I tend not to plug it into the one that was touched, so I use the other one. So 3 plus 3y is equal to negative 3. So 3y is negative 6. So y is negative 2. And that's it. So if they're same number, different signs, you could just eliminate them. If they are same number, same sign, you have to change one of the signs, which means you change all the signs in that row. All right, let's look at one word problem. It says the sum of Jim and Sarah's ages are 33. So I'm just going to say Jim is J plus Sarah is S is 33. And then it says their difference is 3. So J minus S is 33. And if you notice, I have, or not 33, is 3. There we go. I have a positive 1s and a negative 1s, so those are gone. So I get 2j is equal to 36. So j is 18. So if j is 18, if Jim is 18, I plug it in here. 18 minus s is, oh, I don't want to do that one, right? Yeah, because that's a minus. It's going to give me more work. Let me undo. Let's do this one. So 18 plus s is 33. And I minus 18 on both sides. So Sarah is 15. Now, I don't know if actually Jim is older. It could have been Sarah that's older. But because it didn't say which was older, you could just say it's Jim is 18, Sarah's 15. If it was going to be more specific, you would have been able to know for sure who was older. Okay? All right, so remember when you look for things, you want to have the same number, different signs. And if you don't have that, then you change all the signs on one equation, and then you can just eliminate them.